Good morning, everyone. I'm Angela, and I'm back with another video. Today is Wednesday, the 11th, 2024. I wanted to talk today because I'm hearing a lot of people that leave the abusive relationship or abusive marriage. They are going back to the abuser. And I'm like, why are you going back to the abuser? The person that you barely got away from, without losing your life. Why are you going back to the abuser? I know they like to talk a good talk because I had an abuser, and that's the reason why I got my divorce. They will try to get you back. They will talk a good talk and try to win you back. And then when you go back, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to start reliving the same thing back over and over. Because after maybe a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks, they are back to their self, you know, abuser. I can see if the person probably would go to therapy, they would go to, what they got out there, anger management classes or whatever. I can see if the the abuser go and attend these things and showing you that they, trying to be a better person. Now I can see that. Maybe you can give them another chance. But I would wait until, all the classes is finished, whatever classes he taken, she, because it can be a woman, can be a abuser, but most of them is mans that do being the abuser. But I would wait till all the class, make sure all the class is finished that he's attending. I would make sure all the counseling or whatever he going to, counseling session and all these kind of stuff, therapy session, I would make sure all of that is finished before even thinking about, say, I'm going back to the abuser. But these ones that I'm hearing of, the abuser, just talk a good talk, and they going back to the abuser. Ain't no way I'm going back to them just because they talk some kind of sweet talk in my ears. No, that's out the question. Because you hear that all through the maybe all through the marriage or all through the relationship. They probably talk a good talk, because every time they abuse you, they're gonna come back and say how much they apologize and this ain't gonna happen no more, I'm gonna change. You hear that all through the marriage or all through the relationship. So no, I would not go back. I would not go back. And because your life is more valuable, than going back into any relationship with an abuser or any marriage with an abuser, especially if you got kids, because when they start abusing you, they don't care nothing about no kids, whether any kids looking or whether any kids hearing, they don't care. Some of them will turn on the kids and start abusing the kids, beating the kids and whatever. So no, I would not go back, into a marriage with an abuser or a relationship with an abuser unless they work on their self. They would have to work on their self, and it can't be no couple of weeks. No, because if you was a abuser, it take more than a couple of weeks. No, you would have to be in that couple of months and even on to years, if that what it, if that's what it takes for you um to be, a person of change. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I kind of educate myself when it comes to domestic violence and stuff like that. And because of the marriage that I was in, I tell, my ex-husband straight up, dang, that was not gonna take place with me. Ain't happening. Because I'm not gonna settle for that. So, and I tell him many times, even though I give him chance to um to work on himself, but then again, I mean, if you feel that there's nothing wrong with you, you see what I'm saying? I mean, my ex-husband, he felt like there was nothing wrong with him. That was just him, how he is, you know. And I'm like, well, if you feel like ain't nothing wrong with you, and you know you are okay being the way you are. I mean, with me, it wasn't okay. So somebody gonna have to leave, you know. I mean, I didn't tell him straight out like that, but I tell him in a way that he would understand. And when I felt and see that he feel like nothing was wrong with him, that was just him, and he was okay the way he was, I started looking at a way for me to escape out of this marriage, you know. And I start making preparation at that time, little by little, because you can't let them know that you're going to just pick up and leave, you know. So you got to like start making little preparation here and there. And that's what I did. I was looking at some of the statistics in the United States just alone. Right now, I'm still thinking, I don't know what would make somebody go back to the abuser. But then again, they said, well, there are some things that will make, somebody go back to the abuser. And it was saying, okay, it said, according to the National Domestic Violent Hotline, nearly 50% of domestic violent victims return to their abusers multiple times, not just one time, multiple times before leaving permanently. Often due to fear. This fear can be, one of the reasons why. I can see that. Economic dependence. Maybe that was the abuser is the one that pay all the bills. And it can be the victim is just hoping, that the abuser would change. And it's the victim leaves and return to abusers an average of 7 times before leaving for good, indicating how difficult it can be to permanently break free from the cycle of abuse. I've heard some victim did that. They leave and they go back. They leave and they go back. They leave and they go back. But then again, I've heard that so many that leave and went back lost their life. And that's what that was my reason why I said once God helped me to get out, I was not going back. I was not going back. Because one thing, when they know that you escape one time and you go back, they're going to make sure you don't escape again. So that was one of the reasons that kept me from going back. Because my ex-husband, yes, he was trying to do the same thing. People would say sweet talk you so you can come back, you know. Talking about we can take baby steps and all these kind of stuff. But I glad that I didn't give in to it, and I kept my distance. I mean, he would even show up when I get off at 11 o'clock at night. I was working the 3 to 11 shift and would get off 11 o'clock at night, and he would be, you know, he would be outside waiting when I get off. And I know he didn't care about no restraining order. You know, a lot of them, they they don't care anything but no restraining order. So I had to think of something. Me and my co-workers, they were helping me too, you know, because they used to say, you know, Angela, this man seemed like he's obsessed, you know. So they used to see it, you know. I mean, he would just come on the job, just popping up anytime, he bringing lunch. It don't be all to that, you know, he bringing lunch. He would just wants to see is, you know, are you talking to anybody? You know, he just wanted to see what he could see. And yeah, he would be on the job. I mean, when I get off at night, he would be out there. So me and my co-workers, we start thinking, you know, we will start saying, even the office would say, you know, tell him that they don't want to see him back on the property, you know. But everybody is gone, you know, doing at night, you know, 11 o'clock at night. So they don't really know that he's on the property, that he's showing up on the property. So we had to think of something. And that was the reason why I came into travel and nursing, because of that. Because I said I had to find a way where I can get away from this man, and, you know, to be safe. So that was the reason why I started doing travel and nursing. And after I start doing travel and nursing, I start loving it. But yes, I mean, you have to find a way to escape from them. I mean, because you don't want to lose your life. And abuser, they don't care nothing. They don't care about, you know, if it comes to taking your life, they don't care. Especially if they know you're going to get away from them. Because that's one thing the abuser don't want. They don't want you to get away from them. So if they know that you planning on leave them or whatever, they will find a way. They will find a way. And they don't care if it come down to taking your life. They'll do that. So, you know, I said that to say this. Once you get out of that, away from them, don't go back. Do not go back. I don't care what, I mean, even if they were the one paying the bills and stuff, try to find yourself a job. I mean, try to go back to school. Try to do something. Just don't go back. I mean, I know it can be fair and different things. I mean, move. If you got to move away from them, move away from them. Don't tell nobody where you at, especially nobody that's going to tell an abuser where you at. I mean, if you got to move out of state, do that. You know, do that. I mean, because your life is more important. Yeah, get away from them. And anybody that's in that type of relationship with an abuser, start preparing. your way of escape. That's what I did. I start preparing my way of escape when I see there was not going to be no change. And especially when he say, there was nothing wrong with him. He was okay the way he was. I said, oh no. I said to myself, it's time for me to get out of here. And I start praying. I mean, I ain't just start praying then, but I start talking to God about the situation even more. Where he can help me to get out of this situation, because I know God don't want nobody to be stay in that situation. Even though I heard some church people would tell me you can't leave your marriage until God release you. And I said to myself, told God, release me? What? I start thinking and I start talking to God for myself, because God see the situation. And I know God don't want nobody to be in that kind of situation every day with no abuser. I knows that. So I start talking to God for myself, and I'm praying to him, and I'm asking him to help me to get out of this marriage. I mean, God see that he wasn't trying to change. God hear where he say there's nothing wrong with him. He was okay the way he was. So no. And you still want me to stay in this marriage, saying stay in there until God release me? God already released me. When that came out of his mouth, God released me. So I start preparing. I start put clothes in a bag somewhere that I know I'm gonna need. I start putting away my cards, credit cards and bank cards and different things, my important my license, driver's license, my IDs, wherever I need, I start putting them aside someplace and put them aside in the house that I know he don't go to. I put it there. And that's what I did. I started preparing, because when the right time come, God gonna let you know when the right time come, that you can just grab up your things and you can head on out the door. And that is exactly what I did. I put it aside. I mean, I didn't let him know that I'm put anything aside. I mean, I continue on going to work and continue on doing my duties at the house, cleaning up and cooking. I continue to do everything just like I supposed to do, where he can he don't expect anything, but when that time come and God let me know the time come, I had already had everything aside that I need, the important things that I need. And I was right on at the door when that time come, and God helped me to escape. And I thank God I never look back. I never look back. Even though he been trying to sweet talk me and different things to come back, I thank God I never look back. And just like I do it, anybody out there that's in, abusive relationship, abusive marriage, you can do the same thing, the same exact thing. God can help you to, escape and escape out of that marriage or out of that relationship safely. He did it for me, and he can do it for you. But you have to start making preparation. You have to start preparing, and you can't let him know, or her. You can't let them know, you cannot let them know. But I am doing like research and different thing, and educating myself on domestic violence. And I will be coming back, and talk more on more on this issue, because there is a lot of people in abusive relationship and marriages. A lot of people. I think I read where they said they are like 3 women every day that get murdered by the abuser. Every day. Three women, they were saying, every day. That's a lot. So yes, I will be coming back and educating others on domestic violences. But if you are in that relationship, start preparing to make a way of escape. And don't let the abuser know you doing anything, you know. So until the next video, y'all, I hope y'all have a blessed day. And I hope y'all day are going, like you expect it to go. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.